What's going on, guys? I got a very different and interesting video because it's winter. My BMW is pretty much just parked outside, covered in snow. So I thought I'd make this video on something really cool that I found at Savers. And for those of you that don't know what Savers is, people donate stuff and then you can pretty much go and buy things for very cheap. Now, I love Savers and Goodwill because you can buy a lot of really awesome books, some like very current books, some very good books. This is one that I came across that I thought was really cool. I wanted to pretty much just do kind of like a walkthrough of this book, just kind of show a couple things in here. Ooh. Like, look at these cars. Like, these are just so beautiful. Look at these. It's basically exactly as it says. It's a buying guide from 2002. Like, you don't have your M2s in here. You don't have your M8 competition. None of that stuff is in here. This is all like classic BMWs. Let's get into this and let's start kind of looking through, seeing what kind of cool stuff we can find in here. You got the beautiful E30 M3 on the cover. I love these. I would love to own one of these, but they are just so expensive nowadays. Like, it's just not going to happen. BMW Buyer's Guide. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Each chapter of this book contains a brief introduction about the models featured in that chapter. You'll also find detailed specification charts, parts charts, owner testimonials, comments from car experts of the era, rating charts, and garage watches. Yeah, and I'm not going to read every single page here, so don't worry, we're not doing that. We are going to just kind of look at some of the stuff that people say, like what to look out for when buying one. Yeah, like look at this. Like it talks about like inspecting different parts of the engine, the interior, kind of what to look for. Very interesting. Inspecting the brake system, road test. Your typical stuff you would do with any car. Gray market, rare and unusual BMWs, which is pretty much now at this point, everything in this book is pretty much a rare BMW. Ooh, and look at that. Front view of a pristine 1972 BMW 2002. I actually saw one of these in person. It was a 2002 Touring or something like that. TI Touring, something like that. It was like a beautiful green. I'll put a picture of it if I still have it. Really cool car, really beautiful. Ooh, look at that. That is gorgeous. That yellow. I would love to own a yellow. Like the E46s in the yellow. What is it? Is it Phoenix yellow? I don't know what the name of it's called. But like the M4 and Austin yellow. I love the yellow colors that BMW has. They just look so good. Like the older ones have more of that pastellies. The new ones are that metallic, Austin yellow metallic kind of a color. Yes, I think this is what I saw. The TII Touring. This is the one that I saw. Very beautiful car. You got the specifications here. Yeah, E3. So let's go ahead a little bit and find something that we're going to be a little bit more familiar with in terms of kind of what this channel is about. So let's go see if we can find an M car in here. E30. Yeah, we're going to have E30 M3 in here somewhere. Let's see if we could find it. Ooh, there it is. Oh, it looks like the previous owner had the page like folded in here on the E30 M3. Wow, look at that thing. That is just beautiful. All right, let's see what it says. The exhaust systems are specific to these cars. The catalytic converters can develop cracks, and OE replacements are expensive at about $1,900. Yeah, as I kind of go through this, like let me know, guys. Like if you own one of these models, let me know if this is true because I'm not familiar really with any of these cars mechanically. So I'd love to hear what you guys kind of encounter if there's like a lot of truth to this. I'd love to know, guys, so leave me a comment. Like this one here, the bushings and mount in the shift linkage wear out, and these are noted by excessive shifter rattling and buzzing, especially in third gear with the revs above 4,500. Huh, interesting. Like, let me know if that's true, guys. Like, I know my M2 shifter has a bit of like a vibration. I wouldn't call it a rattle or a buzzing, but it has that like, you know, vibration that you have with manuals. I'd love to know if that's like an actual problem that exists with this car. The M3 is famous for developing cracks in the front subframe near the motor mounts. Have this area inspected closely. Motor mounts are hydraulic filled and failed. The vibrations from the S14 can shake loose all sorts of things. Yeah, and then here they have a section, what they say about and then all the different models here. So the M3, this is what driving is all about. Road and Track, February 1988. And then it's like I bought section, pretty much like testimonials from people's cars. Let's go ahead. Let's see what kind of unique stuff we could find. Very nice. You got the, what is this? The E36, I want to say. Another beautiful, beautiful model. I want to say one of my neighbors has one of these, or it looks like it. I only ever see it from a distance, but it's the same red color. Has like a little spoiler on it. Very beautiful. It's like mint condition. Could just be a normal 3 Series, but might be an M3. I'll have to ask him sometimes when I see him. Got all the specifications for the different cars here. What's this? Replacement costs for common parts. Oh, that's kind of cool. It gives you like the pricing for different things. So if you look at like this generation of M3, oil filter, $8.50, fuel filter, fuel pumps, clutch, $239 for a clutch. Wow, that is cheap. Very cool. Like the fact that someone did all the research and got all these like pricings for all these parts, that's just so cool. And then this generation, this is the first generation, the like the E46 generation. This is like the first BMW that I saw on the road where I'm like, wow, that is gorgeous. And obviously everyone loves here it is, the E46 M3, a favorite of everyone. And I know like recently the big talk was that E46 model that they did for Need for Speed, that what was it, GTS? I don't know what model they named it, but that like blue and silver one, you guys know which one I'm talking about. They did that like real one like that BMW made. So let's see what kind of stuff goes wrong with the BMW M3 E46 edition. Door seals, particularly the sedan's rear doors, tend to dry out and squeak. Rattles in the door area and especially in the sunroofs have been difficult to isolate and resolve. Check for any shifting difficulties in the transmission, clutch, and driveline. Watch for problems with warped brake rotors and possibly damaged or bent wheels. Yeah, for all the boys that want to drift out there and damage the wheels and mess up the transmissions, that's for you. Look at this, 840 Ci. I've never actually seen one of these 8 Series on the road. I see pictures of them online all the time, like on Reddit and stuff like that. Those wheels, like how deep those wheels are. That is beautiful. Let's see what they said about the 850 CSI. The 850 CSI is first and foremost a BMW, sporty and capable like a Porsche, luxurious and capable like a Mercedes-Benz, yet unlike either of these at the same time. And let me touch on something too while we're looking at like the 850. Like obviously now we have like the M8 competition and like, the new modern 8 Series, but they don't look nothing like this. Like this looks like a proper kind of like sporty old style car, kind of like the M1. It is disappointing that we don't have any of those in like a modern generation. For a while we had like the really cool i8, which was not an exotic car, but it was that really cool, unique sports car. And now we don't really have that. Like, and I know we have the M cars, yes, but like a proper, something that looks like a super car. You know what I mean? Like I know you have these 2-door ones and those are pretty awesome, the Z3 and all those. But I don't know, I wish that they had something more like high-end, like a proper supercar from BMW. And here we go, the Z8 2000 to 2001. Oof. Now this is actually an interesting fun fact too. I believe James Bond, even though the vast majority of James Bond's cars have been Aston Martins, he does in one of the movies, I believe. I don't remember which one. I'm like working through the movies now. But at some point, he actually had a BMW Z8 in his lineup, which is really cool. So even James Bond acknowledges the beauty of this car. Imagine the colors this thing could come in nowadays, like beautiful metallics and the modern silvers that we have, because like this silver looks really good, but imagine the silvers that we see nowadays on cars. Like that is a proper beautiful machine. Radio and telephone antennas are integrated into the rear bumper structure. Very interesting. Oh, look at this. The exterior lighting, parking lights, tail lights, turn signal indicators, and brake lights is neon, which is significant because it is the first automotive use of neon exterior lighting. Interesting. So that's cool. So this was kind of the first car to use neon lighting in its lights. And there's another car, the Audi R8, I believe, was the first one that used LED, those like LED daylights. So that kind of was the first for Audi that they took, but it looks like BMW was the first to do this, which is really, really cool. And then you got the X5, very nice. There's actually a video on YouTube of a guy, what's his name? Frank something. I'll put a link if I remember it. But he's the guy that actually designed the first X5, and he designed a lot of cars. He designed the Mini Cooper, the Ferrari F40, or I'm sorry, not the F40, the F430. He designed that car, and he makes YouTube videos kind of going through the design process. And one of them is the BMW X5. Now, if I remember, because I watched the video a couple years ago, one of the things he said about the X5 when he was designing it was he pretty much designed it like on a flight. So it was a very quick, like just whipped together kind of a design, and somehow it works. Like now it looks very classic and timeless. If you find ones on the road that are poorly maintained, they look ugly, they look horrible. If you find ones like in beautiful gloss black, like they just have that beautiful classic old money kind of look to them, really gorgeous machines. But like these two-tone ones, they don't really look that good. But I'm telling you, the black in like a beautiful polish, yeah, kind of like this. Like if you find one like this in this condition nowadays, like they look so good, so classic, so beautiful. Can appreciate them nowadays as they're kind of becoming classics. Ooh, and there's the M1. See, this is what BMW needs. They need to bring back a car like this, a proper BMW supercar. Like look at just the M1 next to the M3. Like the M3 is a proper sports car, you know, and all the M cars really are, you know, your M2, 3, 4, all the way up to the M8. None of them just have that supercar feel. The closest is like the M8. I mean, like this, it's just, beautiful machine. We've made it, guys, to the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a very different video from what I normally would make, but again, it's winter, my car's outside covered in snow, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different and just kind of show you guys this book, which I think this is just a really cool find. As a BMW fan, as a car guy, it's just something really awesome to come across. Leave me a like if you kind of like this video. Leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts on some of these cars, if you have a classic BMW, or if you notice something. Ooh, that is just beautiful. Look at the front on that, and the mirrors, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You can see some of the vertical grills there, so you kind of see some of the inspiration for the modern kind of ugly bucktooth grills. That's gonna be all. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.